Solo because for some reason Tim's being a piece of garbage and isn't in here doing the thing that he said he would. What a surprise! I know, it's so shocking. In the meantime, because he's a special flower, I am going to play some Minecraft. As soon as, you know, mods. Always crazy like this. Alright. Let's get that out of my life. Let's get something else in my life. Let's reload that one. Let's pop you over. You know what? I don't need to see who's on. I can just go there. Oh, okay. Well, that worked. That's a good place to be. Cool, 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 cool. Get that out of here, and hey, 7 to 7. Getting ready to launch the whole thing. Okay. Sorry this stream wasn't announced. Just got bored of waiting for a stream that was never gonna happen. Decided, why not fill that emptiness with some majesty? And that majesty is, of course, not me. It's No Copyright Sounds. Brought to you by me. And in the background of No Copyright Sounds, which we all know and love, there's gonna be some Minecraft. Alright, let's get caught up with the world. Oh, it's nighttime, let's fix that. Lots changed since the last time I streamed Minecraft, which you probably didn't watch either, so I'll catch you up on it. Modded world, here are the mods, yeah. Pretty standard affair. So as you can see, I've got some good old blood magic. Got some Tinker's Construct, Botania, more wands, Pam's Iris Craft, Ender Thingies, Psi, and Ender IO, and extra utilities. Those are the ones I'm messing around with the most so far. I've not done a lot with Psi because it's kind of boring on camera. I mean, it's not hard, it's not great content, but it is fun to use. Got down here a very minimal farm setup that's feeding me power. I'd really like to redo this entire setup, but I don't want to do that here. This is where we start out, and no, nothing worthwhile over here. Okay. Wait. Nope, that one's not done. Oh, that's right. Stupid netherrack. Or netherwart. I don't want you. Alright, so this is where we spawned, actually. Right beside this village. It is a delightful place to spawn. Got our first iron from out of this. I was able to make shears, make a bed, and make a sword, and make a pick, and got a little mining shaft right there. It goes down to bedrock. But I'm getting kind of tired of this area. I'd like to move to a different place. But my Lord and Master, who's supposed to come on and tell me where I'm moving to, has not done so yet, because she's busy. Always working. So, let's see. How do I want to do this? Well, when I move to a new area, I'm going to want to reset. Oh, that's right. Then I want to reset all my stuff. Redo power. What is a better way of doing power? So, what produces RF? It's not going to tell much. Generator. I guess I could put upgrades in the generators. Right now I've got culinary generators. Technically 2 of them. But this one's up here just to, you know, do things. Oh, I do have a little bit. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I need more water mills. No? I don't know. There we go. Do I not have... Oh, I don't... Yeah. No, I wanted recipe. Okay, so I have a serious wood problem, apparently. Let's go fix that. Actually, before we fix that, instead of just going out there... Come on. Come on, you. Get in there. Instead of just going out there and chopping like I normally do, I'm gonna get a lumber axe. So I need tough binding and broad axe head. So I've got regular binding, but I need tough binding and a broad axe head. I kind of want to crossbow at the same time, but we'll wait on that. Hey, look, people are trying to do stuff. We're gonna have some people will join us in just a second, and we'll see what happens. Don't tell them we're streaming. Hey! Good talk.
Hello?
Good talk, guys.
I'm hearing Discord sound effects, so I know the problem's not at my end.
No. Alright. So now make one of those.
So should we tell Pierre we can hear his background noises, or just let him figure it out for himself?
Well, considering that's all you can hear.
Also, John, if you're saying anything, it's not coming through. Nope, still don't hear you. I'm guessing you can hear me, though, since you just jumped around.
Oh well. Okay, so I'm just gonna disconnect because he's making it so that I can't talk to y'all and just being obnoxious in general. So what I'm doing right now is I'm still making that part for... Oh, for fuck's sake, how many pieces of paper? Oh, can I not make this out of paper? I bet you I can't make this out of paper. I can, good. Wow, that took a lot of paper. Okay. Hope everything's going well on your end. Currently, we're still working over here. Oh, can I get some clay? Yes, I can. Good. And you know what? I'm gonna want the... No, I'm gonna want that out of wood. Which means I need to go cut down wood. Alright. Yeah, that's good. That's the way I've been cutting down wood recently. Yeah, I'll just do this. Alright. So we need you in here. Need one of you. And one of you. That took a lot of wood. So that and that are... Nope, this is fine. You go away. Yeah, I'll send you away as well. Oh. Well, I'll get you starting. Oh. Let's see. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, there's that and that. And now we can sleep. We've earned it. Alright. Let's make sure that XSplit's getting my voice. It is. Okay. I actually have an idea of what went wrong. I'm gonna shut down Discord and reopen Discord. I am awake again. Let's see. What do I want to make this out of? Iron. I don't know how much this is gonna take, so no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take 2 iron ore. And we are going to take... There is a bucket in here, good. Because what I want is a... No, not there. There. Alright, so we've got molten obsidian, 1 block. That's... I don't really care about the block. Good. You can go there. Do some stuff on my other screen. Oh yeah, you know what? I should dump those in there. I didn't need to do that. I could have just done it in that screen. Please tell me... Nope, that's not enough. Figures. My guess is 2 more. There we go. 2 blocks of obsidian. Go, please be enough. Good, it is enough. Now, iron. Oh, there's still clay in there. That's cool. And wait for this to finish. Yay, it finished. Yeah, good. You go in there. Oh, for real? Well, let's grab 2 more iron ores. I don't know how much it'll take, but we're gonna start with 2. How many millibuckets? I don't know. It's not like I can... Yeah. We'll drop 1 in there to start with. Come on. Be done already. What's the other thing I'm going to want to make eventually? Maybe an excavator? Yeah, excavator might be nice. See, if I do this, then I'm gonna have to do most of those stuff twice. I don't really care about a cleaver. See, I'll do excavator, so I need... Nope, you. I need you. Once again, you. We'll use cobble. Think cobble works. That would be nice if it would work, since it's kind of a useless... Yeah. Okay, now you go there. Drop you off. Don't need the bucket right now. That's right. Drop you down. Please be enough. Nope. Alright, so 1 more. 1 more will be perfect. Yeah, that's completely empty. So is that. And then I can get rid of this clay as well. Oh, eat some apple pie. Come on, be done already. Thank you. So then the clay will be gone. Blah, yeah. And then we can just pour that on top of that and leave it because we don't really care about it. Oh, nope, not that one. There we go. Yay! And we could put stuff on it, but we don't really care right now. That's good. I should aim for the bottom one, apparently. And there we go. See, that is how we do it. This is how we do it. Yeah, that's good. Now 32 is a good number. Yeah, 39's fine. Now, alright, back to the water mill. No. Water mill. Oh, yep, that's right. Well, no. I can do this. Oh, I should have just stuck it in the middle. Really? I could only do 9? Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Yeah, I need to do more of those. I don't know why I just got the achievement watermill, considering I've already made all these over here. Alright. Let's see. I'll set you there. That's a good place for that one. And, nope. That's the best place for that one. And you know it. There we go. $117. That's a pretty good number. It's not the best number, which is what we're aiming for. We're gonna go for a full circle there. It's not really important for me to get these things, considering I've got a fairly unlimited source of food. But what this does give to us is emeralds, which are currently rare for me. So any chance I can to get them works. Okay, and so we're gonna need 2 more. So how many redstone gears are there? So only 3, so I'm gonna need 1 more anyways. Alright, so torch. I need 1 more torch. And then, oh, that's right. And then, no, uses. Watermill. I need stone burnt, which is created by stone burnt. I need polished stone. Do I have... No, no, I don't. Alright, so let's just take stack view, chuck you in here. We'll get that cooking up. Now we're also going to options, music and sounds. There we go. That sounds a lot better. That's a good place for you. $16, go in there. All right, yeah, 2 here. Actually, the way I've got it set up, because I'm gonna want to keep it symmetrical because I am OCD enough. Yeah. There we go. That should actually be right. That was a little fidgety. I need 2. Need 1 more. Give me the 1. Yes. And then we can stick you there and you there. Now we're getting 141. And this uses, I think, 32. Yeah, so even with Kristen using the other one, we will be fine. So, that's good. Stick you away. Additional speed upgrades. Yeah, this one gets used more than the other one. And we'll switch that around. That works. So, this system actually isn't the best right now, because this stuff isn't growing very quickly. What things do I have that can improve growth rates? Also, did I really only get... Well, I only found 2 saplings. I'm sure there were more. So, ways I can speed up the growth rates of things. I could do rituals. Let's see. Obsidian, ritual stone of water. That's for the master. Tier 3. What am I at right now? Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Okay, so I am at Tier 3, so I could start doing rituals. See, the thing is, rituals... I'm not in a good place to do rituals right now. Oh, I need to put away the bucket. Let's see, what can I do in Botania right now? I should really automate the mana production. That's the next biggest thing I should do. Open crate requires 7 pieces. And what other uses does this have? Stairs. Pattern framed. Abstruse platform. Okay. There we go. Mossy living wood. Fuel. Yeah, that's not really useful at all. So I'm actually going to do that. I'm actually going to take it down here and just chuck it in there. I mean, why not? It's kind of useless. Open crate. I want to look at the instructions for open crate. Back. Is there a way I can search? Yeah, there we go. Open crate. Sometimes devices like droppers and dispensers aren't precise or fast enough. Simple solution is to make a crate and punch a hole in the bottom. Yeah, it's that simple. The open crate accepts items from hoppers or any other means of inserting items, and obviously drops them directly below it. Depending on the situation, items can be inserted into the open crate with a hopper, hawk, or dropper. A little interesting effect the open crate can do is that when given a redstone signal, any items it drops are prevented from being caught by flowers like the hopper blah 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 for around 10 seconds more than usual. So that's really what I'm gonna want to do. So I need some building blocks, and I'm just gonna use that. I'm gonna want a piece of redstone. I'm gonna want a lever. Come on. Sun's going down again already. Actually, that's where we're gonna put it. Lever. There we go. Hi, Tim. Yeah. Oh, no, that's not where the chili pepper goes. Oops. There we go. Alright, so I've got that signal coming in.
It's JoJo.
So y'all
Yes.
finally showed up? Hi, Nicole.
Yes.
We've been here the whole time. Where were you?
Yeah.
No,
we
you
were wondering what you were
fucking
doing.
haven't, you pieces of shit. What a bunch of cunts.
We've been here for 30 minutes.
No, you fucking haven't.
Okay, I've actually been here for 15. I will admit.
Yeah, and Tim hasn't been for 30 minutes here either.
No, I have been here for 30 minutes.
He's been watching my cat. He's been commenting about how like he can hear my fan.
Yeah, I
making
could hear
noise.
it too. I decided not to join because no one was here, and so I started streaming because it was after 9 and no one was here yet. So,
I'm sorry. I thought we started streaming at 9:30.
nope.
I remember 9:30 being the decision, the rule.
9:30 is when we practically start, because when we say 9, everyone doesn't get here until 9:30. Speaking of which, I should probably give Aaron a call.
Because I typically
Dropping
didn't
in.
get home until like 8:40. So I had to shovel down what food I could. Then Nicole came and I made sure that she got food, and it's been like that ever since.
My beef is not with you.
Oh, you're talking about everyone else that's not present.
Well, I'm talking about, an announcement wasn't made in Gentleman's Announce. The stream owner was not here.
True.
Everyone wasn't contacted beforehand, so, like, we didn't really
Yeah, we
have
don't
any
even
way of
know if
knowing
we have
whether it was going
Dominic
to do it. Dominic's not going to be
It's
here. I
not
already
my
checked
week.
with
I
him.
was packing for coming home tomorrow, and I didn't even remember this was happening until Pierre did his roll call thing.
So I guess we're not doing it then? That seems to be the consensus.
Well, with just the three of us, either we're not doing it or we're doing something backup. We're definitely not doing PD with just the three of us.
Well, John, you can continue to play Minecraft then. Have fun.
That was my plan. Too gray, too light gray.
Well, I might as well play some Minecraft. Or at least, I can show you what I've been working on. Well, what's left of it anyway. I explained to Jonathan yesterday during my 3 Hearts Challenge stream that I had a bit of an incident yesterday with the with our nice little house that I've been building for us. Remember I mentioned how I had cows and pigs? I had a nice little pens for them and everything. Nice collection of cows. I realized I need more leather to build more wood bookcases, so I go over there and try and get a couple cows, so that way
I
can
remember
get
the story.
to get the leather. And then I hear, "Sss," and before I even had a chance to look behind me, the creeper had snuck into the cow pen and obliterated all of the cows. When I respawned and went to go collect what was left of my remains, I picked up 17 leather and 26 steaks.
Hey, you got the leather you wanted.
Yeah. But I don't have any of the levels I had. I was up to level 27 when I died. So I could have made something good out of that. Lo and behold, I ended up losing it all. I have to rebuild the pens and collect what cows might be left.
String,
All right,
feather,
so
carpet.
predictably, Aaron's plans made other family. Aaron's family made other plans again.
Yeah, that's very typical. And Dominic's probably at work.
Yes.
So we should probably talk about this. We were already expecting that we wouldn't have Dominic most beats, but without Dominic and Aaron, is this doable?
I don't know. This
It's up
is
to
the
you,
question
sir.
I raised weeks ago.
Well, weeks ago we were under the impression that Aaron would be here regularly, but it looks like recently he's become less available.
And that's not his fault.
No, it's
Maybe.
not his fault, but it's also true.
Yes, I wanted to. While you were stating facts, I also wanted to state a fact.
Yeah.
I like to make facts. Okay.
Facts
I
are
like
getting
to-
a little outdated. Generally, you just email everything nowadays.
Well, some of us don't want to let go of the old ways. What was the old ways? Like, I'm trying to remember what I got that reference from.
Mm.
Also, hi, Nicole.
But anyway, without the two of them,
Oh, that's from
do we do?
Skyrim. That's what it is. You were saying?
yeah. So without the two of them, what do we do here?
Again, I'm gonna say it's up to you, sir.
I would love to continue, but I don't think we can with the crew that we have. We would have to consider investing in other members to do this. If we were to wanting to continue. Let's see. Is it morning? Or is it night? It's morning. Just in time.
Yeah, just two people isn't going to work for any kind of RPG. So
No.
you mentioned adding more people. Do you have any suggestions?
No, I don't. But it still needed to be... The question still needed to be raised. I need more trees.
I wouldn't object to bringing in other people, but I'd like them to be people that I already know, ideally at least, and
Yeah.
just people with known chemistry, basically.
Oh! Oh, I know someone we could invite to help join with this.
Who?
Samuel. He's technically DM'd a couple things himself and is actually familiar with both Pathfinder and the 5th edition of D&D.
I mean, we're not playing 5th edition, but yeah.
No, we're not, but he has a good concept and understanding of things.
So, do I know
It's not
Samuel?
something... That would be my brother.
I don't know Samuel.
No, you don't know Samuel. But I think most people can... Most of the... I know at least maybe Jonathan and Dom would be willing to vouch for him.
Yep.
Though I don't know if he'd be wanting to do it, and I don't know if we really could. Like, that's...
I'd like to find out. I mean, he's
Yeah.
down
It's... It's a question to be raised down the road, and I don't want it to... We want to see if we want to even continue doing this. Whether... before we go ahead and just invite him. Because I don't want to invite him to do it, and we decide, no, this isn't worth it.
Hmm.
Love, if you want somewhere to sit, I can give you my chair.
Or I could take your bed.
That works too.
Here's another question. If we did continue, would we keep going with Mask of Death? Would we restart Mask of Death? Or would we do a different campaign?
That is a good question as well.
Any thoughts?
I don't have any opinion on it because this is technically my first campaign. I'm not the person to ask this question. Sorry to say.
I've made my position pretty clear.
That being that it's up to me?
Yeah, this is not my stream. I run all of the other ones.
Except for mine.
True.
I run that one as well as I can when to the best of my abilities.
Hey, it works
At whatever
great.
times I can find available. Lo and behold, I found out the reason why Nicole was not present yesterday night. She was technically playing the same game. It is an addiction. I can't
If
say
you
I
don't
am
talk to your kids
disappointed.
about Hyrule, someone else will.
The worst part is I really want to continue playing it. Like, I want to continue playing more of my stream because it's like I want to continue to advance, but like I don't also want to do it off stream.
Yeah.
Like, either I make it into a 2-day during the week stream, because as long as I do it, like as long as I kind of space it out from our larger streams, because I don't want to follow up afterward because I never seem to have energy after one of our big streams, like Gentleman's Gank. That's why I felt like Thursdays.
Exist.
Like I felt Thursdays I was kind of
Okay,
dead.
so you can get
Like I was just, I had no energy left. I was just kind of quiet. I just kind of couldn't engage. I feel like that's a valid concern.
Hmm. So I mentioned we had 3 options. Keep going, restarting, or picking up something else. And there are various problems with each of them. None of them unsolvable, but all of them worth consideration. The problem with just picking up from where we left off is we've already got some chemistry going between the characters, and we'd have to get started with a whole new group dynamic, basically, and that is doable.
Yeah.
It's probably the least of the problems.
All right,
but,
so the next thing I need to do is I need to find
it could be a bit jarring.
It'd feel out of place to just start a new campaign when we never finished the last.
Filter.
It would
or
make more
item
sense if we'd
frame.
already knew each other and had that prior experience, but we never finished that prior experience. We'd have to consider maybe making new characters.
You know, that's getting into the second one.
All right.
So that was the problem with continuing from where we had left off with
need cooked
just new
meat.
characters. We could
The uses of this.
try to reboot the whole thing, but I've done that with campaigns before, and what ends up happening for both the players and for me is,
that turns
consciously
into
or not, we just try to
jerky.
recreate what happened before, but without the spontaneity, it just kind of falls flat on its face.
Fair.
And then the problem with just starting a new campaign from scratch is we're throwing away everything we've done up to this point.
Yeah. And acting like it never happened.
And what's
Basically, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with our castle. It's just a case of it
We
feels
cheated?
Yes, we cheated. I was trying to be nice about that, but you know. So I made a nice little house with what little pigs I still have left. A nice garden with wheat and beetroots and potatoes and carrots and melons and pumpkins.
Your chickens and cows are out in the water.
I'm working on that. Like I said, I had a creeper problem. There were cows here. There were so many cows it was actually overflowing. I reached a point where the game wouldn't let me spawn any more cows.
I'm not aware of it having
that
a
is-
hard
You're
limit.
talking to other people, though.
I am still talking to other people.
I'm not aware of a problem
Yeah.
like that of you being able to make more than
So,
it'll allow you
my
to spawn.
order of preference on these things. My first preference would be to pick up where we left off, but I'll only do that if everyone from the old group and everyone we have coming in new is comfortable with the idea.
Yeah.
And if not, then we'll start something over from scratch.
Yeah.
Or, we'll start a new campaign over instead of trying to redo this one.
No, I think we'd have to give up on Mask of Death.
At least for a while.
Yeah.
The horse really doesn't want you on it.
Well, the horse is fine with me. Problem is, I don't have a saddle for it yet. The one dungeon I found is the only dungeon so far I have found, and it had no chests. Like, 0 chests. The chance of that is, I think, 6%, based on what the wiki says. So I'm just gonna go fish for one. I just need to get a fortune fishing rod.
It's luck of the sea you want.
I let the horse go. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
It's luck of the sea that you
Maybe
want,
attach
not
you to a
fortune.
different one. So I keep letting you go accidentally.
It's luck of the sea that you want, not fortune.
Oh, look. Oh, okay. Luck of the sea.
Yep.
I will keep that in mind. Tim, I agree with you, and I agree that we need to consider making another campaign if we were to continue. Well, choose a different campaign, I should say. So that way we could be more unique and natural. That's kind of the reason we didn't want to redo the beginning, is because we were afraid of just kind of losing that.
Yeah. So would you be comfortable continuing in Mask of Death from where we left off with new people, or would you rather start a new one?
I would not want to continue if we can't get a little bit more consistency out of everybody. Like, that's the issue right now. I don't want to pull someone into midway. Like, we're not even midway yet. We're still very much at the beginning of this campaign.
Yeah. You guys aren't even out of Act 1 yet.
Yeah. So with that in mind, I feel like the main concern is...
So I'm restarting Discord because I need it to work with the way I want it to work. So... where is Discord? I don't... is this Hammer and Chisel Incorporated? It is. Or run as administrator? Yes. Very good. So I'll have them right back in just a second. Push to talk isn't working while in game, so... and that's sort of important for the way I'm
Rise of the
doing this
Rune
right.
Lords.
just in preparation.
Yeah. That'll take a lot of prep. So where all of the material for Mask of Death is probably, I don't know, 40-something pages.
Mm.
Rise of the Rune Lords clocks in over 300.
Ooh.
Rise of the Rune Lords is a full campaign from level 1 to like level 14.
Ha.
So yeah, that'll take some prep work on my part. It'll be several weeks before we start that, if we decide to start that.
Yeah.
So I've got Pierre's answer. Jonathan, I'm not asking you for a decision, I'm asking you for your preference. Would you rather keep going with the campaign we have with some new people, or would you rather start over in a new setting?
I am 100% indifferent.
John?
I am 100% indifferent.
Okay. So far we have 1 vote for a change of scenery and 1 abstention.
If we can't keep the group together, then yes, I would consider us just starting a new thing with new people.
Oh, 8
Okay.
minutes.
So if we do that, I've got Rise of the Rune Lords. That would take a bit, but it should be easy to get, comparatively easy to get rolling. I've also got several Shadowrun campaigns for 4th edition, but that would involve everyone learning a new system.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult.
Not that what?
Difficult.
Meaning Shadowrun's not difficult, or learning a system isn't difficult?
Learning Shadowrun isn't that difficult.
Easy to learn, difficult to master, I'll say that much.
That's true of every single system.
True, but I I can't speak for you, but for Pierre, I'm guessing you're just getting comfortable with the D20 system, and Pathfinder works. Not Pathfinder. Shadowrun works off of D6, which is an entire different set of reflexes, I guess you'd call them.
If you're willing to spend about a day and a half teaching me what I need to know and getting me through building a character for it, I am willing to learn.
Honestly, no insult to Pierre, because there really isn't any. It's going to take a day and a half no matter what game we do, just because you're still not 100% comfortable with the D20 system.
Yes, agreed.
So that's not really a change from anything.
Yeah. A lot of what I did for this character, I did do a lot of research to find and get an understanding. Though, with what I learned from the D20, I could probably adapt better, knowing that there are so many resources already out there that I can look up and reference to figure out what I need to.
And that's going to be true for almost any system we pick.
Yeah. One thing about Shadowrun that might give you analysis paralysis. Shadowrun does not have classes. There are some archetypes you can pick from if you want, but you can build any character you want in that system.
Okay.
It's one of the nice things about it. Sorry.
Yeah. You could literally build a muscle wizard if you wanted to.
It's true. I mean, I think you should switch things up, but yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I was thinking of another character as I was at work today, even. I don't know why I was thinking of another character, but I was thinking of going with, like, Token Ike. Where he's kind of like the cheap, not intended in the knockoff brand Ike. He gets in disputes for his acquaintances.
We like Ike.
Oh shoot, lava.
One of these days I need to play the GameCube games.
They were fun. They were much more linear than a lot of the newer ones.
I'd say honestly, having
I
played
cut my
all
teeth
of
on
the
Blazing
games,
Blade. It doesn't get much more linear than that.
having played all the games, it would be one of my least favorite of them.
It had a lot of characters. Like, they really invested in making it a very big game.
It's definitely the hardest.
Yeah. And very well driven by the fact that if you do not build right at the beginning, or choose certain characters ever so correctly, it can very much be to your dismay.
Yeah, I'm actually running into that in Awakening right now. I'm only playing Birthright, which is good, because in Conquest I'd be screwed over. But when I started playing Birthright, I assumed it was still using the class change system from Awakening, where every time you changed classes, it would reset your level, so you had functionally an infinite number of level ups. In Awakening, when you change classes, level is preserved.
I don't remember that being the case.
If you swap over from, say, Pegasus, or from Sky Knight to Spearfighter, if you are level 13 Pegasus Knight, you'll be a level 13 Spearfighter.
A lateral movement instead of it's a horizontal movement instead of a vertical movement, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So in that case, it's back to the hard 40 cap that you have from most other games.
Okay.
So I kind of screwed myself over in Birthright by promoting early most of my good units because I wanted to do for them what I did in Awakening. But that doesn't work in this game.
Fair.
So I'm banking on
Problem I'm having
the
right
kids
now
and hoping
is-
that I can not screw them up like I did their parents.
This one.
Yeah, that can be very
is
different.
Powered right now.
Did you ever play Awakening?
Yes, I did. That was one of the few I've actually finished. I never finished Radiant Dawn or, and I still haven't finished Conquest. But I did finish Awakening, Path of Radiance, Sacred Stones. I never played Blazing Blade. I don't know why I didn't.
You should definitely fix that.
Yeah, Blazing Blade is amazing.
I think it was the linearity of it that was kind of pushing me off. I was very much into the more open world Fire Emblem games.
It's a little dated, but it's still one of my favorites.
Hey, I loved the 2D sprite characters. Those seemed far more animated than so many other characters, especially the critical hits.
100%
No, I definitely agree there. Shadow Dragon, I could never finish that just because the animations bugged the heck out of me.
Oh my goodness, I saw that and I was like, no, this isn't Fire Emblem for me.
Yeah.
Never played Shadow Dragon. I played the original instead.
So putting aside the hipster over here,
I played Fire Emblem before it was cool.
yeah, when I said it was dated, I mean the game design is a little dated. The graphics, as far as I'm concerned, are still great. Those have held up well.
All right, what am I looking for? Magnetization.
No, like I have no problem with that. Like that's
Solid
fine with me. And from what I know, it's got one of the better campaigns,
Oh yeah.
story campaigns. Like I'd never, and it would be nice to have some kind of connection to Hector
Red and a blue.
as a character.
I am not exaggerating when I say Blazing Blade is the reason I got into writing fiction.
Hmm.
2 brown.
Well, maybe if we finish,
Who writes fiction?
I write fiction.
Tim does.
Your own or fan? Or both?
Usually my own. I haven't done a whole lot of fan fiction.
Huh.
I actually have that, so that's useful.
Okay.
Good talk.
She sounds super unimpressed.
No, actually.
And this is actually the sound of impressed for her. Like, she's taken full interest right now. Like, she was kind of off in her own little world for a while there, and then the moment you brought up writing your own fiction, her ears kind of perked up.
The closest I've come to writing fan fiction is Star Wars with OCs.
Okay.
Maybe Tim could help you with some editing.
I don't know if he likes that.
No. I wasn't talking like for that kind of stuff. For times I failed to be able to effectively edit your essays. Because I'm slowly getting less effective at that.
If you want someone who's been taught by an English major,
I
can
could
do
take
it.
a look.
If you want someone that's been taught by an English major, I can help you.
Depends how
Yeah, I
much could you tone down the snob.
Pretty easily.
I can check for basic grammar and spelling and stuff like that, make sure the paper's cohesive, but for the...
That's about all I want.
Okay.
I'll keep that in mind from now on.
Just make sure everything's cohesive and grammatically correct.
Yeah. I'm more of the one that can determine whether or not a sentence flows effectively. Like, you can write a sentence and it be grammatically correct, but if it doesn't flow with the rest of with what's going on around it, I will almost immediately detect that.
Usually I'm pretty good about that, but it's different when you're writing.
Yes.
Because you have different thoughts, and your brain does not necessarily think in cohesive line.
Yeah.
Kind of more like several lines that branch out and just randomly appear.
Brain
Did you
vomit.
say randomly appear or randomly
Yes.
hit Pierre?
Please don't hit me.
You could do that too.
Why? Why have you put this thought into her
Don't
head?
hit Pierre.
There's plenty of plushies around here.
Ah, well, I guess that won't hurt so bad. We've been hit by far worse objects. And
Your pants fell.
don't say that too loud. They might get the wrong idea.
That's what I'm thinking.
Do you really think we care?
I mean, I don't care what you do.
It's
I'm
not
just
a
gonna
matter
comment
of
on about it.
caring. It's a matter of how hard you're gonna tease him for it.
Tease him? Tim
I
has
mean,
no right
if
to
we
tease
want
him.
to tease him, we're gonna tease him no matter what.
That's kind of what I figured.
And anyways, like if
I don't like where this is going.
anyone's gonna tease him for
I'm not
that,
going
it's
to
certainly
get
not gonna be
teasing.
Tim.
I'm just saying that I figured they would tease
Ah! This tunnel's done.
Lava.
Cool.
You should look on the stream right now, because I'm also caving, but I'm caving in a way that is super gonna make you jealous.
Murr. 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 Are you done?
Yeah,
Or did you just get bored of doing so?
for now.
For now, okay. There has been a small reprieve.
Alright.
Do.
Alright, and let's go back.
So what original works have you written, Tim? I'm curious now.
Nothing you would know.
Most of what I've done actually relates to past campaigns that I've run.
Oh, okay.
But at the moment, you remember that long conversation Dominic and I had at the Wing about Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, that actually got me writing something.
Is it
Oh,
writing something for Star
Yeah,
Wars?
you were there for that. I forgot about that.
yes, I think I facilitated some of the questions.
You did, it was delightful.
Talking.
Yeah. Though it was self-generating at one point.
Yep.
It never seemed to stop.
No die.
Not that I'm going to complain.
Yeah, so the story I'm working on with that for the moment. Before I get into that, how much do you guys know about the
Played
the
just
Star
the
Wars Legacy, or Star Wars Legends, not Legacy?
wire. Almost nothing.
I don't care
Agreed.
whatever y'all say,
Okay.
Pierre was right.
And not for a lack of wanting to know, it's more just the...
There's a lot out there, and it's very overwhelming.
I've read all the
Yeah.
stuff that's
out
actually
there,
good,
and it's all
and it's true.
scrambled. There's not a... You
Cohesive.
start from here and go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a problem with it. So what I'm working on right now is a I found a lightsaber, and the history of this lightsaber has about a 60-year gap in it. We know when it was lost, and we know when it was found, but in the meantime, it was basically just sitting in a shipwreck. So, I
this is playing
basically...
with Dominic's idea of,
The lightsaber that...
no, someone that's force sensitive, finding their way to the force and not like being technically connected to the Sith or the Jedi. Initially.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, because Dominic did pose a very interesting question with that. I'm glad to see something came out of it. Oh, more lava! Nope. This tunnel's done.
So the time span for this story that I'm writing goes from, I think just a year or two before the Clone Wars to, I think, 30 years after Episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
Just before the start of the Yuuzhan Vong War.
That never happened. That never happened.
False.
What, the Yuuzhan Vong War, or did you just do something embarrassing in the game?
The Yuuzhan Vong War.
I like how long it took you to respond.
The Yuuzhan Vong War.
Like, there was this big old pause, and then, that didn't happen?
I mean, say what you will about what the writers did with it. They make great enemies.
Sure, but it's completely non-canon. Non-canon even before it became non-canon.
Really? How's that?
Chewbacca doesn't fucking die.
I said, putting aside what the writers did with it.
Chewbacca doesn't fucking die.
So the existence of the war exists, but what happened it didn't.
No,
What you're
no. Once that happened, the entire thing had to become non-canon.
Yeah, but that happened at like the end of the book, so everything leading up to that is canon.
Nope.
Like the first 200 pages of that book is canon.
No.
Well, it's a good thing it's extended universe, because it doesn't matter in one way or another. Whether it lost its canon entirely or just the last bit of it, it's no longer canon no matter what.
I don't know, the nice thing about the Legends is that while none of it is guaranteed to be canon anymore, the writers do still pull from it from time to time.
Yes.
So
It's pretty much
it could still be out there.
it's pretty much the toy box of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, we know the Chiss are still out there.
Like, if it's a fun toy and they think it'll fit with what they're doing, they'll pull it out and play with it for a little while.
Yeah, basically.
So, I'm slightly confused. Because in the Star Wars universe, they've had a number of things that were supposed to have been... And something happened, and that was the end, but then it wasn't. Like, I think Order 66 was it? And supposedly only Yoda was supposed to have survived?
Oh no, like 1,000 Jedi survived.
Yeah, but then later it's like, nope, more people survived.
Well, it might have been a case that they went into pretty much hiding.
Yeah.
Or it
and-
might be the case of military intelligence having its standard degree of intelligence.
Yeah.
I mean, with a lot of those cases, they knew they still existed. Like, there's an entire game based around the concept of, hey, there's a whole bunch of Jedi still alive after Order 66. You go out and kill them all.
Yeah, and in Rebels, there are Sith Inquisitors, and basically their entire function is the Emperor says, okay, so we pulled off Order 66. We know for a fact that didn't get enough of the Jedi. So now there's an entire order of Sith just sitting around waiting for Jedi to pop their heads up so they can go thwack them.
Yeah, but I'm saying, is it possible that for the other war, that it's possible that Chewbacca is still alive?
No.
There was a moon dropped on his face,
Literal face.
which then ended the entire planet and moon. So,
Not much ambiguity there.
like, there's ambiguity in Han Solo's death, which I think was just. Like, that was an appropriate way to end him, and it's canon, and it's fine. It's just, like, he disappeared into the depths, and, you know, who's to say whether somehow he got out even though he had a hole in his, you know, stomach.
Maybe he and the Emperor are having a party down there.
Well,
I mean,
or
Han
Darth
wanted out.
Maul. I mean,
Not Han, but
let's talk about Darth Maul, who was chopped in half and then dropped down another big well.
Yeah, he survived.
Yeah, so it's completely possible for Solo to have survived.
I mean,
Well,
if
at least
Anakin survived lava,
The well that Maul dropped down didn't explode afterwards. For Solo and the Emperor, it
he
did.
did lose the majority of his lower half. Both of his arms technically are now gone. Like,
Yeah, but you would think they would have more medical related.
Medical related what?
I am thinking of the word, I just can't. Stuff. I'm surprised that there's not more Less Full Metal Alchemist, more her actual genetic enhancing.
Prosthetic?
Yeah, like it's actually flesh and blood.
Oh, kind of stem cell kind of research.
Yes.
Stuff where like you're creating an entirely replaced ligament.
To be fair, it is a long time ago.
To be fair, they have spaceships.
Hey,
that are
we've got
4 or 5
spaceships.
times the size of battleships. It's in present day.
They also didn't have encryption.
Yes. I saw that image earlier today and I had to post it.
Yeah.
Let me get you the water.
Okay.
Alright, well, there's not really any...
I mean, we don't
now
know
I'm
that it
starving.
wasn't.
I can get the achievement for eating rotten flesh to hold off starvation.
Let's see...
Which is such a stupid achievement.
I believe that's called a Pyrrhic victory.
Yeah, I know what a Pyrrhic victory is, Tim. Trust me, I'm well aware of what a Pyrrhic victory is. I still haven't forgotten.
Oh. You
She
sure?
lives on in my mind. And in my heart.
You know...
It really sucks when one of your favorite characters dies. I had so much writing on that ship.
Yeah,
So much.
but, the arc set off without her.
Yeah. Tim brought up Pyrrhic victory, and I had to cringe. Yeah.
Anyway, to answer the question Nicole asked earlier, Star Wars can do a lot with tissue regeneration, but they've never really had the technology to replace tissue that's missing.
I would think
So,
one
if
would
someone
be
shoots a hole in your gut, they can heal that. But if someone rips your guts out entirely, they have to replace it with machinery.
They just found it easier to just do robot parts than try and recreate body parts, and therefore they've never had a need to do the other.
I would just think that the one would be the next step of the other.
Yeah, until the
Two
world went into a
entirely
complete
different fields,
civil war.
actually. I mean, they figured out humanoid robotics and AI technology.
Oh, that's lava. I almost fell on that. That would have been bad.
Alright, good.
I'll have to block that.
There's that. And turn that
I'm
on,
sure a
and that'll
lot
get
more of this is
working.
lava. Oh, okay. Lock up that and just continue
Make
going.
sure there's no more coal in here. Nope, no more
And then
coal.
more lava comes in through the
Oh well.
I'm ready for that.
There's that.
Where are you?
As ready as I think I can be.
As ready as you think you can be.
Yes. There's also an achievement for filling up a chest with cobblestone. With nothing but cobblestone. You have to max it out. Like you need 1,726.
Are we talking one chest or a double chest?
Depends. How many... can you fit 1,726 pieces of cobblestone into a single chest?
Not sure. Can't really do the math like that in my head.
Me neither.
How many spaces are in?
So I'm just gonna fill it up and find out if it works, yay for me. If not, I'll put another chest down.
There's 27 spaces.
I have 27 spaces?
Yes.
So no, it would have to be a double one.
I've currently got a golden chest full of cobblestone. It's 3 times the amount of spaces in a single spot.
Let's see.
So interestingly enough, Minecraft doesn't perfectly follow physics because right now there's such a thing called a shulker box, and this is actually math that I've done. This is not something I've seen anyone else do before. Although Aaron did initially give me the idea because we tried back in the day and it was not possible back then. But once they added shulker boxes, it became possible for you to create in modern day physics, a black hole in Minecraft.
Fun.
So, unfortunately, you can't actually do it because, like I said, it's not accurate enough. But if you were to take a chest and fill it with shulker boxes, which are basically a chest that you can stick into a chest, and you were to fill all of those shulker boxes completely full with stacks of gold blocks, you would get past the limit for the amount of space you can contain in one area, and it would collapse into a black hole.
Good.
Long before you ever finished filling it up. Currently, as it is, if you fill up a chest with blocks of gold, it'll get relatively close, but not close enough. The calculations were that for fun, because then you have to calculate the mass of a square meter, or a cubic meter of gold, times 64 times 27 times, and that's all compressed into the space of 1 meter cubed. It makes sense why it causes a black hole.
Yeah. I need to find out. Oh shoot, I'm under a fire. Give me a second. I gotta get to safety.
Did someone light a fire under your butt?
No. Skeleton spawned in my tunnels.
Rude.
Yep. He's currently shooting at me. I have no food in me right now, so I am easy pickings for him. Almost to the surface. I made it.
Why don't you eat them?
I figured I could get away with continuing without it having to eat, but I came under fire.
You should pretty much just eat at every opportunity you can.
Yeah, it means I need to cut up some more melons.
Considering that's where you get your regen from.
Yeah. Let's see, when do they open? 10:30 a.m. Do we want to get there like 11:30? Or do we want to get there later so that way we can stay later?
Well, this is just classic Fire Emblem logic. My unit has 67% chance to hit, misses twice. Enemy has 27% chance to hit.
Alright.
Hits.
So breakfast. If you do breakfast at 9, we'll be up for and able to have it. It takes what, 2 hours to get there? Alright, yeah. Then we should be fine.
Sounds like y'all have fun plans for tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to the Renfest.
Oh, okay. I'm doing that on Memorial Day.
Oh, it will be packed then.
Packed?
Yep, there will be lots of people.
Oh, that's what you meant. I was like, why are you packing? Are y'all moving out?
No.
No, it's not usually that busy. I go every Memorial Day. It's actually quite fine. There's so many other things to do on Memorial Day that people and people have generally been before then. So
I think me and my family went one time on Memorial Day. Packed.
yeah, I've been
It was very not as much fun.
I've been like the past 3 years on Memorial Day, so it's always fine. The only problem we have with it is heat, because we go properly, which is to say we dress up, like fully dress up. Like I've already got the stuff for me going in full kilt with sword and bandolier.
Oh, you
and
don't have to tell me. Like that's very much something Nicole and I already do.
yes. How long does it take them to peace tie you at the beginning, though?
We piece tie our swords beforehand.
That's fair. I make them do it because they generally feel safer about that. Like I've peace tied before.
Well, often a
and-
lot of the blades I bring are still piece tied from last year.
Yeah.
And mine is, and I only usually bring just one blade, which is my bastard sword. So I don't really need anything else. When you have something that big, you don't really need anything else.
Frequently bring my my bow and quiver, because I've got a nice, really thick leather quiver that adds a lot to whatever you're wearing. And yeah, that takes a while.
You have to have that piece tied?
Absolutely. It's
Ah.
it is a it's
Yeah, you're right about that. It's just a case of I've never thought about how you would go about piece tying a quiver.
well, you have to peace tie the arrows that are inside,
Well, yes. That's
and you have to peace tie them to the quiver, and you have to peace tie the bow, and
Like, do you piece tie? Do you like zip tie the arrows together or something? Or
yeah, you first zip tie them all together, and then they have to zip tie them to the quiver itself.
okay, that makes sense. So you can't just fire all the arrows at once.
Yeah. And it's also so that nobody can like grab them out and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that they're worried
No,
about.
we get it.
Have...
We get it. We know that. We understand that that rules are in place for a reason.
Yeah.
That's not something we have to question.
I know firsthand some of the reasons why, and I can name them.
Yeah, are you still sleeping with those knives under your pillow?
No, I was actually talking about people.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what are
You
their
sleep with
names?
People under your pillow?
Pretty much every guy I went to school with. A few of the girls too, but that's for a whole different reason.
All right, well, that's the end of my stream.
Yeah, we wanted to do opening weekend because you get the half off, but it happened to be Easter, which doesn't work out very well.
But Des and Matt went.
No, they did?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think we would have gotten nearly as much approval for that.
So yeah, that's going to be the end of my stream. Thanks everyone for showing up, and I'll see y'all later.